okay? What do you want from us?
How much more do you want from me? And we're back.
Hello, girls. We're back.
And we're back. We're back.
And we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Cha-cha-cha. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Taylor.
And Toya.
This is the Heaux Bag. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite streaming platform and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at _Heaux Bag. That's _HEAUXBAG. Keep up with our shenanigans. Bye.
Me. Nam yo ho denge kyo, nam yo ho denge kyo, nam yo ho denge kyo. It's the Heaux Bag. It's the Heaux Bag. Hey, it's the Heaux Bag. It's the Heaux Bag. Hey, hey, hey. Kitty, bitty, 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 kitty, crumb, kitty, crumb. And then stepping on the beat, then I sliding on that beat. Woo. All right, that's it. That's just a little sample of what's to come when our mixtape drop. Y'all better cop that. Cop that. Thatpiff.com. Y'all remember that? Yes. What was it? Remember when you used to be like burning CDs and then that part would come out, selling records? You remember that?
or what they say, I saw this thing the other day, it's like when you heard the lighter
Yep.
you just knew Lil Wayne's about to kill your stuff.
Hot fire. Okay. The name of this episode is Fetish for Foreign.
Allegedly.
That used to be my favorite word, y'all. So
wait, do y'all remember that clip? I'm sorry, I gotta play it real quick. Cause some of y'all are new here, some of y'all don't remember how Toya.
That is not a known fentanyl pusher. Allegedly. I mean, no, he's not known for that. Allegedly. I don't put nothing past nobody.
Not a now nothing. Allegedly.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is called what again?
It's called Fetish for Foreign.
Ooh.
And I came across this topic because I be going down rabbit holes. I'll see somebody talk about something. Comments. Let's see. Let's go. There's apparently a group of guys that are called passport bros that I've never heard of, never even knew that existed, where like a couple of guys think that they are better than women, a certain group of women, we'll say hood rats because that's what they say, because they don't have a passport. When in all reality, these guys have like either no stamps or one stamp.
People get on that little cruise to Mexico that don't
Galveston.
stop. Yeah, from Galveston, and they are world travelers now. No shade to anybody who does, and I hate coming at it from this perspective, because if that's where you've gone and that's your thing, cool. But don't put another group of people down because you left the port of Galveston.
And then it's even worse because when I looked at the dude, I was like one of his things says, and I guess he's like getting his little 10 seconds of fame on TikTok, and then it made its way to Twitter. And he said, when you become a # well-traveled bachelor with a passport and leave the evicted chirp dusties alone. Passport gang gang. The next one. Better leave them passport bros alone, for I send out the squad to make anonymous calls to the housing authority about them pookies and ray-rays y'all got living with you. # petty as fuck. Look at his face. Y'all.
You gonna post that?
I feel like Lala when she was at the game.
Did you? Talk to your daddy.
Y'all get y'all's uncle off of TikTok.
Can I interrupt you real quick? So yesterday, we were traveling with the fam, and we were trying to put a gate code in. And it was like 1, 2, 3 pound, right? So we told the little girl, our teenager, and she goes, "What's a £?" So he's like the two things that go like this. She was like, a hashtag.
Yeah, my dad just said pound. I'd be like hashtag.
Wow.
Wait. Our producer is 22 and he don't know what a £? Is.
I know what it is, but I don't know. It's just like I correlate hashtag before pound.
Okay.
This is how you know you get. Tell me you old without telling me you old.
Definitely. I knew I was getting old when I saw that one video surfacing of the little black girls like running into a house phone that actually worked. And they were like, oh my God, I can call somebody for real. And then the little girl calls her sister's cell phone, and it was just like this wow type of thing. And I'm like, wow.
Dang.
I'm old. 33. Who would have thought? But you know what? We come like our generation has seen so many things, like
So much evolution.
Yeah, how we went from like the computer would dial up to instant messaging to the first, I guess, kind of cell phones, flip phones, playing Snake on the phone, to just like CD players,
C9,
DVDs,
text.
Blu-ray, MP3 players, like CDs, like cassette tapes. There's so many things that we've seen that if I put all of it collectively on the floor and told my little girl to name it, she would be like,
The floppy disk.
what is it? The floppy disk. Yeah.
What they call it? The save sign.
I've even, damn, that is a save sign now, right? I've even been able to type on a typewriter. Like, I couldn't imagine being back in those days where you couldn't even delete. You just got to start over.
I remember when Mac computers were those big ass square things, and I was like, this is disgusting. I don't want to use this.
The computer with the booty on the back, the TV with the booty on the back.
It was like this big, and they had the computer lab, and I was like, y'all don't have a flat screen like a PC or something? And now everybody wants to get to a MacBook. It's crazy.
We had to take classes to learn how to type. How crazy?
Yeah, typing class.
That's crazy.
But what's even crazier is today, so we'll get back on subject. Our producer is in his finals, and I was like, we used to just, Bluetooth the Scantron sheet, take a picture and send it across, and now you can't do that. You can't have your phones.
Or even before then, because before I was able to get a phone, I remember like, man, we didn't went the mile to cheat. I remember a dude walking up to the front and passing his Scantron to the back so everybody can hurry up and get the answers, and then pass it back to him, and then he turned it in. Like, you a real one for that. I used to hate sitting in the class with people that be like this and shit. Get your bitch ass on somewhere. Damn. You a hating ass nigga. That made me want to fight you after. Like, why you hating so hard? Right.
You over here trying to, you're not being a team player. This is a team effort.
Team. Coon ass. Boy, I was like, you a coon.
It was always the foreign student.
I was going to do the accent. I'm not going to do it.
Get your bitch ass out of here.
Right. You will not copy off of me. I am here to do my work and you do yours. Like, damn.
Y'all, I was the person that people used to cheat off of. And one time my professor was like, all right, Taylor, so you're going to handwrite everything since apparently your computer likes to share files.
Now how I get in this?
I had to handwrite every paper for like 2 semesters, bro. But yeah, it's crazy how time has evolved. Like technology has evolved. The pound sign is now the hashtag sign. And did you know it's really called a hamper stamp? That's like the literal name for it.
A hamper stamp.
Hamper stamp. But nobody knew that because we always said pound. I wonder what kids do when it's like, press 3 pounds. Put your social security in pound. What do they do?
What's a social security number? That's what the first thing they're going to ask. Look, you know what? I seen a post that had asked, are y'all grown enough to where y'all got y'all birth certificate and y'all social security card? Like, when you really think about it, my grandma had my shit for a long time.
And that's what we're going to get into next episode.
She wouldn't even give me my degree. So, but yeah, that's next episode.
I was the family manager. I had everybody's stuff.
Okay, so back on topic, right?
Let's start this back over.
There was that's the passport bros. Like, there's a video of them that is so absurd. Hold on. There's a girl that like kind of makes fun of the passport bros. And I'm about to show y'all. Hold on.
Game, huh? You black females really thought it was a game. Passport bro, yeah. Let's get it. Don't beg us to stay now.
Nobody's begging,
Pookie.
Pookie.
Stay now. We gone.
Why are y'all not gone yet?
We ain't staying. You can't do nothing to make us stay.
We don't want you to stay. We want
you
you gone now.
Those women over there, they more friendly, fit, and feminine. See, y'all overweight and masculine. We don't want y'all. We want them women. Stop trying to beg us to stay.
Can you please just go?
Stop trying to beg us to stay. We gone.
We begging you to go.
Stop begging us.
When she
did
that,
their sentiments.
I was like, I really feel that because that reminds me of people that's like, this finna be my last week on Instagram, so I'm off this bitch. Just go. Why did you feel like you needed to tell us
At
goodbye?
this big age, in the words of our friend Kenise, why are you announcing, like every year you announce, man, I'm finna cut people off. If you still here in 2000, 2000 what? you made it. I don't want to make it at this point. Like,
take me out. Me out.
You still got people to cut off every year at this big age?
It's you. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. If every year you feel obligated. What happened to the TV y'all got
last year?
3 Black Fridays ago. Why every Black Friday you got to get a new TV?
Man.
And then you be the main one talking about you ain't got no money.
But you got money for a TV. Niggas. And when I say niggas, I don't mean black people. I want us to, let's take the Dave Chappelle approach. When I say niggas, I'm not a nigga either. Okay? I'm talking about you niggas. If that makes, some people it made sense too.
Again, why do y'all feel like it's like, I don't know if people are doing it for clicks or whatever, but I think that the dude that first started it, he was really being serious when he was like, I got my passport. So now, price went up. What? The price went up because you got your passport at 53.
The problem is, and I'll tell you what it is. The problem is the internet, right? So when people live in these small hunky-dory towns where there's only 3 other black people and the other black people are doing worse and they all feel associated, then they're like, I got a passport. People are excited. Oh man, he left the country. I can't believe he left the country. It's big to him in his area. Not you getting on the internet where everybody is rich and famous telling us that we ain't shit because we ain't been to Mexico out of Galveston. Like, I mean, dude, like, know your audience. So he said that, and I'm pretty sure, it just takes the right place at the right time to go viral on accident. And so that's why and then him going viral makes him think, man, dog,
I made it.
Dog, what? I saw somebody go viral the other day, and they were like, if you just are persistent, you can continue to go viral. I'm like, is it a goal to go viral when that's not what you do?
I guess
you don't get paid in likes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you go viral and you have the right mind frame and you can monetize off of that and keep it going, that's the hardest part though. People will go viral, but then all you want, prime example, and this is no shade to her, it's a chicken salad. You better come over here and get you one of these. She literally went viral just by talking about a damn salad. But she turned that around and now she's about to be the face of Jenny Craig and some more stuff. So if you can take that moment that you go viral and do something with it, then I'm like, oh, that's what's up. You went viral and you made it.
But you're going to go viral for talking bad about the 3 black women that live in your small ass country ass town.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. That's like, I don't see anybody taking that moment of him being a passport bro and doing anything with it. Because it's like, your brain already fucked off. Like you already.
Next question.
Right. We don't even want to be associated with your black ass. But
it's sad that I'm sorry. My bad. Go ahead.
It's crazy that you had mentioned, people that are from like a little honky donk town or whatever. I think when it comes to people that are always elevating and doing something else, right? Have you ever went to like, let's say homecoming or back home or whatever? And people are like, oh my God, Taylor, I'm so proud of you. Because of course, you're only putting what you want to put on the internet. You're showing that you graduated college. You're showing that you had a baby or whatever things that you choose to show that people from your hometown will be like, wow, she made it. But then in your eyes, you're like, this ain't shit. This is, nigga, I'm just living. You really got to remember, like, man, it's people that really are living out here by just existing. Like, they're not doing shit. So I be having to check my shit too when people keep asking, how's the podcast going? It's still here every Tuesday, but then it's like, damn, people are like, wow, y'all have been consistent. It's something maybe I could never do, so I'm proud of that. And I'm like,
oh man, when we first started, people was like, Heaux Bag, you gonna name it Heaux Bag? Yeah, Heaux Bag. Now, can I get on your podcast? Can I be a feature? I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all keep doing it. Like, oh, and then I'm very serious about my professional like development, and so people are like, how you gonna be a professional? I think you doing too much on the internet. No, I'm not. I'm literally thriving in my career and thriving in this podcast game. Also, you ain't never gonna find a man with the hope. That's just cringy. Oh, so then now I got the man. Does he follow your Instagram? He's the one fucking posting it and approving it. Like, y'all literally are some haters until people become successful. I don't know how this got to do with podcast. Y'all the podcast bros. I mean,
the passport bros. Hey, the podcast bros work too. Shit. Because you know what's crazy? And that's so funny that you say that. Everybody is all for defunding the mic until now they're saying something that you agree with. Or until they want you to be on the platform. Or until it has something to do with how you feel and you approve of. But that, I wish, I tweeted something the other day. I don't really remember what it was, but It was more so like everybody. I really love podcasts because it's giving everybody the opportunity to hear different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And I think that actually brings more people together than it should separate. But somehow everybody is starting to see the negative in what everybody says.
I think it depends on what you're tuning into, right?
Absolutely.
So if you're tuning into the no shade to, but a lot of these black men are podcasting and it's just talking about how women are doing wrong. Of course there's an audience for that, but if that's what you tune into, then that's what you're gonna get. Unless I feel like we bring you a diverse array of content. Like sometimes we're talking about nigga shit and sometimes we're talking about stuff like we have to do some spiritual healing or you have to actually go back and think about it, or we did some research on it and we're bringing different perspectives because we don't always agree on what we're going to talk about, but we are sit here and we debate each side,
right?
And just, bring the perspective to you guys. So like, I think that's, if you subscribe to, and people might not like our podcast, whatever, but if you subscribe to just one thing over and over again, of course you're gonna be like, I'm tired of listening to this shit.
Right.
Like,
or my thing is too, you curate your own timeline. You know that, right? So if you're tired of seeing clips of podcasts, what are you following? Now you need to reevaluate yourself, because I could have never heard of a podcast before. I won't follow Spiritual Word. I won't follow a lot of these blogs that is consistently what they're posting.
You know what I'm tired of watching?
What?
This is against my own will. Krishan and Blueface.
Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't seen it. I muted it. Again, you can curate your own timeline.
Crazy part is I showed you what my timeline looks like. It's all breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And then Krishan and Blueface. And I'm just like, can I unsubscribe from this, please?
Yes, use your mute function. It works. I got vibrational on there. I got Krishan. I got Blueface.
You can mute words?
I have yeah. Go to your. That's what I'm saying. People can curate their own timeline. I got Yay, Yeezy, Nike. I have so many things on there, and mine is long winded.
Now that you said that, can we tune into Kanye? Bringing up Chris Paul and Kim Kardashian, the memes. Chris Paul was minding his goddamn business. He woke up and said, I'm trending because of this. Nigga, this ain't got shit to do with me.
Imagine when his wife woke up. That was probably wild. Because I know she was like, I know that ain't who I think it is.
Babe, you trended? Oh.
Yeah.
What?
He was out of line for that.
Hey.
And I love me some Kanye. I truly, you know that. I love Kanye. But after I'm not going to make this a Kanye episode, but after he had got on, I can't remember his name because I don't even like him. He got on his platform with his thing over his face and he was like, and singing and shit. I was like, oh yeah,
I've muted
on
Kanye.
one.
But I love when he stirs up chaos because he gives the internet something to talk about. But that was wild. He's part of the podcast. I mean, godly, we don't call them podcast bros. But we mean the
passport bros.
Peter Piper picked a Peter Pebbles. That's what I'm struggling with today. No, I love when he does stuff like that because it's funny, but it's I don't even know where I was going with this. That shit was just funny. I wanted to bring that up. And I wanted to bring up the news anchors people. That shit was hilarious too.
Oh, yeah.
Them cheating. Like, imagine being this happy and then having to go back to your family. I kind of laughed too hard at that.
I laughed very hard at it.
Oh, man.
You know, but I don't know those
people's
I don't know those people's lives at home. So,
it's the internet. It's Black Twitter at this point. When you decide to become an influencer or, you get on these platforms, your life, unfortunately,
it's in the public eye. Yeah.
So what you do may come to the light.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
There was another video where it was this Asian woman speaking on her experience in dating black men. Did you see that video?
Mm-hmm. Her DMs
how do you
is full.
feel about that? So basically the Asian woman was saying...
Can you play it?
Yeah, because I actually had 2 more videos. I didn't want to make this thing all videos, but I'll play it. It wasn't too long. Hold on, y'all.
I'm a thick woman. I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm 5'5", so honestly, the brothers like to holler, and they still do. Regardless of what some men in the comments are trying to say, that black men aren't checking for Asian women. Yeah, right. Check my DMs. But anyway, pretty much every time I met a black man, he thought it would be a flex to say something like, yeah, I like my women foreign. I like my women exotic. And I don't know why they decided to say that to me, if they thought it would make me feel good or something, but for me, it's always a red flag. And so I would dig in a little bit further and say, well, what do you mean by that? Like, because I'm a white girl on the inside. My family is white. I grew up in a white community in a small town in the Midwest, so I might look exotic, but I'm Wonder Bread white on the inside. So anyway, whenever these guys would say this, I'd be like, well, you're about to be in for a big disappointment if you're expecting a submissive, docile Asian to take care of you. But it really bothered me when these guys would say, yeah, I don't like black women, because that's what it always came down to, that they didn't date black women regardless if they were black or not. And their moms are black, their sisters are black, their cousins are black. I'm like, would you say this to their face? That's weird. So I'd kind of pick and prod after I already decided, yeah, I'm done with this, I'm out, because anybody who says something like that just is an immediate red flag. But it always came down to the same stupid stereotypes that black men always have to say about women. They're loud, they're masculine, they don't know how to treat a man, they wear fake hair. So what? So what? You don't have to put down an entire race of women because you have a preference. And honestly, like, I've dated pretty much every race, every ethnicity. I'm Ms. Worldwide when it comes to dating. Only common denominator is black hair and dark eyes usually. But I've never heard any group of men put down their own women more than I've heard black men do it in pursuit of other women. And I just find it really...
So initially when I first heard that, I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, Toya. I only watched the first half of it and then I tuned it out. So now I'm hearing it. I'm like, okay. So at first I was like, she's just trying to go viral, because I've heard other people say, I don't like dating white women. I don't like dating Asian women. Everybody's saying they don't like dating whatever. And usually men who have fetishes for Asian women will always put down their own race just because Asian women are known to be submissive freaks that, you know, just give you the most beautiful looking babies. So I thought she was just trying to get clicks. But at the end of the day, when she said, she brought it back and said she's dated everybody, but black men do it the most. And that is, she's unsubscribing from that shit. I appreciate her for saying that, because I don't know what it is with, I thought it was just the last generation that did that, but to hear that they're still doing that, it's really bothersome. Because why? Like she said, your mother, your grandmother, your sister is a black woman. When you have kids, they will be black women. Even if they are part Filipino, they will still be black Filipino children, and Filipinos will see them as black people. So, I don't know. We got to do better. Like, love yourself. I think that at the end of the day, it starts with the way you bringing up your kids to just, you know, not just love your mama, but love yourself, and whatever that encompasses.
Yeah, I think you could definitely have a preference when it comes to just women and be open-minded. I can't speak for men, but what I will say, the part of the video that I guess I felt the most was her saying that, like, how is it that I don't know, like, I feel like when it comes to men having something to say about black women in particular, you can always flip it to a white woman. You can always flip it to an Asian, like, well, I don't want to date black women because they wear fake hair. Mm-hmm. They wear fake nails. They get loud. They're masculine, so on and so forth. I can go to a trailer park right now and find you a white woman with fake hair, long nails, and masculine burping, drinking a fucking Four Loko. Mm-hmm. I can find you probably that same woman in every single freaking ethnicity. Mm-hmm. However, it only gets called ghetto when it comes to black women, or they take it and it becomes trendy, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only problem that I have with it. I don't care who you date, because who you date don't make me piss. Facts. Or sleep or Facts. Shit or eat.
Ain't got nothing to do with me. But
like she said, you can have whatever preference you want to have, but why do you have to down your own in the process and think that it's supposed to get you cookies with this Asian woman or this white woman or what? That's just like me sitting there and you got a baby as a man and I have a baby and you coming to the table downing your baby mama the whole fucking
You think I'm gonna want to fuck with you after that?
As a woman, and I'm Asian and you're talking down on your own women, what's supposed to make me be like, oh, this is the king, this is for me,
I'm the prize? Nah, sis.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I never understood why people do that. Even if I only wanted to date white men because of my experiences with how a lot of black men have treated me, I'm not gonna go to Ken and talk down on my brothers. I got a brother, I got a daddy, I got uncles, and they're all great men. So again, if you got sisters and aunties and cousins that are black women, are you really cool with this at the end of the day, talking so down on them, knowing that your mom, like, how would they feel about that? Like,
You know what? As we elevate as a people and as individuals, I realize that there are people, and this is not, I am not like religious at all, but in the Bible even says the poor will always be amongst us, in some variation of that. And I feel like as we elevate mentally, there's always going to be those people down there. I don't care how much we talk to the community, like protect Black women. There's always going to be them coons that go out there and say, you know what, but I like this because I like my Mexican women because they are foreign and da-da-da. You know, baby, go do that. Stay where you at. And there's a group of Black men that move out of the United States and they stay there and they have all these babies and they start these new generation of people. That's perfectly fine. They ain't got shit to do with us. Stay over there, but stop trying to go viral and bring everybody else in. I think people are trying to compete to be the next Kevin Samuels.
I don't know. I think that the passport, I mean, girl, look, you saying damn podcast, I'm saying passport. The podcast platform has allowed more people that have really thought like this to just speak out loud.
Which is okay.
Right.
But I hope you look like an idiot. Well, to me, my mind is elevated, so I don't know. I just... You don't think they look like idiots?
I think everybody has their own preference, but again,
like
you don't have to shit on everybody else in the.
I agree.
Like that.
I agree.
That shit's crazy.
It's
because a lot of the things that we say men don't agree with, which is again fine. But I think when we get up here and we say it, we're speaking from our own perspectives and our own, whatever. I
want to get to the root cause of why people hate themselves.
I think even like with again people talking down on Black women, I can show you so many other races of women that wear fake hair that talk crazy out the side of their mouth.
Black women, though.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, why make it that if it's so much more than that?
It's low hanging fruit. It's easy to grab. It's been said before, so it's easy to go after and go. You know what? Let me just pick. Yeah. Like when people, it's easy to go. I hate men with defund the mics.
Yeah.
All men with podcasts aren't bad speakers.
Or better yet, okay, you know what? If this is the type of the next time I see somebody that says I do not date Black women.
Has somebody ever said that to you?
Yes, and I'll ask why not. That's why I'm like, I guess a little more heated about this because I'm like, why not? And it's always the same things. Well, I mean, I know my friends dated Black women and they put them on child support and they're just ghetto and they're okay. There's so many Black women that don't have kids. Mm-hmm. There's so many Black women that are lawyers and they're their authentic self in their career, which is maybe not be boisterous or whatever. Mm-hmm. What about them? Well, I mean,
you can't get them.
Now it's well, I mean,
you can't get them thinking like that. Anybody who thinks like that can't get somebody who don't think like that. I'm sorry. At the end of the day,
I think I agree to that.
That's why they are only the only women that come to them
are those women
available because that's what they attract. They attract that, right? They can't, because their thinking is so low, they can't find somebody who doesn't think like that.
Because I'll say too, even with the passport bros thing, when I clicked on the comments, it was a lot of well-traveled women, a lot of women with multiple stamps in their books, like, what are y'all talking about? Like, basically clapping back at them like, okay, here we go. Click, 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 click. Like, they was getting on their ass, and I'm like, well.
Listen, I seen the Dominican video that went viral. Y'all just want to go over there and fuck people that fuck for money for free, like the cheaper money, because you can't afford the $40 out here on Bissonnette. That's it. Just say that. Just say that. If you broke, just say that.
Just say that. Look, so there was also this one Black guy who said his fetish for white women was passed down through the generations. He said his grandfather had a white woman. Mm-hmm. His daddy had a white woman. His brothers and them have white women. His friends have white women. So he feels like his fetish was just passed down.
You know what? Some part of me tells me that nigga's lying, because let me tell you something. It only takes 3 generations for you not to be a Black person no more. Mm-hmm. So if you still a Black man, clearly,
he was a darkie.
That's what I'm.
I didn't mean it like that.
But that's
he
what
was
I'm
a
saying.
dark-skinned Black
but
man.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not half white, then clearly, something about that statement doesn't stick.
I mean, it's been that way my whole life.
All right, so you gotta give us a little bit of the why. Why you prefer white girls? Be honest now. This is educational.
Education. Well, first off, it's been that way since I was a little kid. My uncle had a white girl, or several. So it's kind of been one of them things that I've been on. And then just growing up, I always wanted a mixed baby. But being 100% honest on it, I always wanted a mixed kid.
Damn.
And then on top of that, like, as I got older, it's just it's a little easier to deal with. Like, I'm one of the only guys. Well, we don't have a lot of guys on both sides of my family. It's a lot of female cousins, and obviously, you know what happens with a lot of females.
They get mad. They mad at you.
You always hear it, so it wasn't anything that I wanted to be around, and that's what kind of led me to where it's at.
Like, what do you prefer about the mixed baby? You can be honest, because, you know, me too, I want mixed baby, so.
You know, I have a brother named Brandon, and y'all only have seen Jordan, but Brandon does not date black women at all. That's because his mom is such a bitch. No, I hate this.
Makes sense.
And his mom's beautiful, but she was just a very mean woman. And so when Brandon dates, he won't date a white girl, but he'll be like, oh, she's foreign and she's interesting and she's kind and she doesn't have that mentality of like, I'm gonna fuck you up, nigga. And it's like he's traumatized. So if I'm always like, let's go to the root cause of this. Because Brandon loves being black. He's very pro-black, but when he dates a woman, he will not bring a black woman home. And I couldn't for life understand it until I got older, and I was like, because he can't stand his mother. So when I see stuff like that, y'all mamas just wasn't shit, and I'm sorry to you. Which it puts more weight on us to have to go out and be like super kind, like, help the black man, you know, not feel like he ain't shit and stuff like that, which I don't think we should ever, make anybody feel like they're shit. But it's like, dang, it's like we're doing more work because these select few people have messed up the pool for us. And so you create a son who doesn't want to be around his own people, or you create men.
I think the wildest part of that video to me was you are fucking fetishizing a child. I've always wanted a mixed kid. Why? What's the thought behind that? Because I'm pretty sure you're talking about a little girl and you think that if you have a mixed baby, she's going to have long, pretty hair, colored eyes, and light skin.
You know what's... I don't even want to get on this
As
subject.
you stand there with dark skin and dreadlocks. Make it make sense. Your baby's hair won't even be able to lock up for years. Mr. Black Man. But, hey, everybody has a preference. I just think sexually fetishizing kids is something that's wild to me. Because I know there's great black athletes. So I'm like, if I have a son, look, let me scout for a nigga that's 6'6", and you know what I'm saying?
Listen.
What are you talking? I mean, I don't know. I'm lost for words with that one.
I've always just said I wanted my kids to be big. Like, if they was, have me some sons, like, what up, nigga?
Yeah.
I never thought like, I want my baby to look like me. She don't. But I don't want, I've never just thought about like features.
Right?
In depth. Like, I've always thought like when they get older, I want my son to be a ball player, or I want my son to be an astronaut. Like, I want an intelligent. I don't know. That's just me though. Like, some people, that's just self.
Like you're not breeding a pit bull. Like,
some people are though.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what it sounds like. I've always wanted a mixed kid, so let me make it a mission to go out there and get a white woman pregnant. Ooh, just to turn around and find out that now she's a serial killer, and if you don't do what she says, she's gonna cut your dick off, take it in an SUV, and throw it outside the window, and put you on child support, and do this and all those things that you didn't think about because you said that black women were crazy, when in our reality, white women are just as fucking crazy.
I don't even want to make this about a man or woman thing. I think it's self-hate in your own community. So I have my cousin watches this, so I apologize, but I'm gonna talk about you. My cousin is obviously her dad's black and her mom is white. Her dad wasn't shit. So then she was like, yeah, I got me a white boy because niggas ain't shit. All right, bet. So the white boy left, and it's just like you hated yourself because of the way you were brought up. It's not. We got to do better as parents and people. If you are going to be creating people, love those people, regardless if they light skin, dark skin, skinny, fat. You got to love these kids, and that will be the solver of the problem.
Yeah, people I think will go out from there and aspire. They'll then say, I want somebody like my mom. I want somebody that is caring and this and that. Not somebody that now I associate with my mom or whoever as I'm never gonna date somebody like you, which is even cool. Don't date the characteristics that person embodies, but to just automatically negatively associate the color with that, and then you kind of forget about the characteristics.
That's wild.
Now next thing you know, you got somebody that was just like your mama but white or Asian or whatever. That's what's gonna end up happening probably, because you were still looking for your mama in these women, as most men do.
People are surface level because they're not that deep. They need to be deeper thinkers, and I blame No Child Left Behind because it doesn't force you to think. It just forces you to find the answer to pass the test so you can get out of school and get you a job. George Bush is the problem to all of our problems. There we go. That's the problem.
You heard it here first, guys. We blame the No Child Left Behind movement for you passport bros and you favoring foreign niggas.
So look, I said my approach in 2023. Every year I have my New Year's resolution is to like how much deeper can I think, and my approach is going to be find the root cause analysis. And George Bush, you are the reason. That's it. It's not the niggas' fault that they dumb. It's not their mama's fault. It is George Bush's fault.
All right, so this concludes the Fetish for Foreign episode. Do you have any takeaways from that? Do you have any whole tips? I can go first.
Okay, good.
Even though I don't really have one. I feel like I asked you to go first last time. I think my whole tip for this is going to be more so for men. Like I said, try to get down to the root of the cause of why it really is that you don't want to date within your own race. Nobody's forcing you. Of course, you can always have your what is it I'm trying to say? You can always have your preferences. Nobody's stopping you from that. And I don't want to sound like one of those bitter black women that are saying, "Oh, you're a coon because you don't date
no, you
within
don't sound
your own
like
race."
That. You don't sound like that.
I want at least for you to know why is it that you are excluding black women out of the whole equation. It'd be different if you're saying, something a little deeper than weave, lashes, loud, and I don't know.
And if you genuinely hate being black, that is your thing.
At least you found out the reason.
But just say that. Don't say it's because I don't like black women. Say because I don't want to be black. I hated being black. Cool.
Yeah, like my whole tip is just at least try to figure out the root and then try to still be able to uplift while you date other people. It is fine to date an Asian, date whatever. That's your preference. Who cares? Excuse me at this point, because we ain't all black at this point. We got some shit mixed up in us everywhere down the line. But at least you know for yourself that way we can still build together, because we can still build together when you and that white woman has that black baby.
It's still gonna be black. Still nigga.
Still nigga.
I ain't got no whole tip. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Usually I finesse stuff, but
you chipped in on mine. I think that was good.
Look at us. Teamwork.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
And on that note,
bye.